Hello. How we doing, guys? Can you hear me? Got Lane, Matt, Rob. Cool. Glad everybody can hear me all right. It is working this time. Last week we were having trouble. I don't know what the deal was. Said I needed to download something onto my computer or whatever you do, and turns out you didn't need to do that. So I tried it twice, and there it was. So, but now here we are. We're all on here. Bunch of different people on here. What I'm wanting to do tonight is, of course, we're going to talk about whatever, but also what I wanted to talk about. Now, some of you guys have seen videos of this already. Check that out, guys. Back in August, end of August, was it end of August or when we go down there? Beginning September or something like that. We went down to the Block Bash down in, what's the name of the town? What was it? French Lick, Indiana. And while we were down there, we went down, we met up with Logger Wade, and we met up with SOT Metalworks, and we met up with Mike Simon from Dirt Perfect. So if you guys get a chance, go check out Dirt Perfect on his YouTube channel, and definitely check out Logger Wade. But SOT Metalworks, he's got a plasma table, and such, and he made this for me. And I was thrilled when he gave it to me. I mean, he really did a good job on this. I was thrilled about this. And to tell you the truth, I was speechless when he gave it to me, because I'm not used to people making me stuff and giving it to me. But SOT Metalworks Jr., you're the best, old buddy. Met Junior and Jamie. Jamie's his wife. They've got a website, sotmetalworks.com, and they make a lot of shooting targets and such like that out of the AR-500. And he made that, also makes signs on the side also. But when we met up with those guys, we had a really good time. We had a great time. Corky and I went down there, and we rented a cabin for the weekend, and we stayed up there close to those guys. They all had a cabin also. So, but Junior, you're the best. I really appreciate that. Also mentioned Dirt Perfect while we were down there. While we were down there, they made breakfast for us, and then he ended up taking us out to the woods where Logger Wade was logging. And we got a lot of video out there and such, and I have not put any video together of it yet. And I do have a video of SOT also with the sign here. But also went and I made a video with Logger Wade. We took a tour of the sawmill. So had a great time down there. But like I say, go check out the SOT Metalworks on YouTube. And check out Dirt Perfect on YouTube. And check out Logger Wade. But had a really good time down there. Finished with harvest. Guess you saw that on my last video. We got, it's been about 2 weeks now since we got finished. But crops were down. Yields were probably off, I don't know, 40% in places. Maybe a little more than that, maybe a little less than that in places. But it was, when we finished up, the corn was wet and we had to dry it. The dryer slowed us down a lot. And we ended up having fairly decent yields. after it was all said and done. We were happy because of how wet it was when we put them in there, and then how dry it ended up being this summer. We were happy with our yields. We weren't pleased with them, but we were happy with them. And so that's the way it is. I mean, it's farming also, you know. I mean, you're going to take what you get. We did everything that we possibly could to make things the way it needed to be, and Mother Nature was the one that slowed it down for us a little bit, but we're going to get through it. How you doing, Dave? Good to see you on here. Somebody else said we were going to get some snow. We are supposed to get some snow. I don't know for sure how much. I think I saw something about like a couple inches or something. But fortunately, we are finished. We don't have crops out there now. So what I did today was I mowed today. Used the bat wing, and I mowed around fields and mowed a couple pastures and stuff. And I made a pretty decent video out of it for today. So got that coming up. But let's see, what else we got coming on here? How you doing, Simon? Good to see you on here. I saw Becky Goslin on here also. And let's see, when are we going to see those Olivers? Well, we are going to get to that. It's been kind of busy around here. Kylie and I have been working on the inside of our detached garage. And what we're doing is we're making that. When we put that garage together back in '90, we did it out of OSB. And over the years with the dirt and the soot out of tractors starting in there and such like that, it got really dark inside there. So what we did was Kylie painted the whole inside of my shop, and we're working on that so we can do live streams out there, and I can also video out there in the summer, in the winter time. Got a few projects I want to do in there this winter, and I want to do some videoing of it. So that's kind of what we've been doing. Today was a decent day, so I mowed around fields today. But Dave, yes, snow is a 4-letter word, literally. See. Now I see Ed Goslin on here. How you doing, old buddy? You guys, go check out Ed Goslin's page, his YouTube page. He's starting to get up there now a little bit. He's getting a few more subscribers, and he really does a pretty good job. He's very good at talking, and he's very good at showing what he's done and such. It's really just a nice channel to watch, and he's really become a really good friend of mine, and I really enjoy talking to him, and I enjoy watching his videos. So go check out Ed Goslin at Goslin Farms. Let's see. You're very welcome, Ed. Very welcome, old buddy. I think I got something for you too. So I'm going to send you a text, and I need your address. So I'll get hold of you tomorrow or something like that. But got Nerd Garage. Hello from snowy mid-Michigan. You guys got a bunch of snow up there, huh? Let's see. Got William T. Moosel on there. Hi, William. How you doing? Always good to see you, and it's always good to see you on my comments. It's actually a nice day today, guys. Had a little breeze and such like that, but we were in the mid-50s, and that's pretty tolerable for me. When I brought the loader down here with the mower on the back of it, it was cold. I was going right into the wind. The wind was blowing out of the south, and wasn't too bad. I got down here and Kylie was still working in the garage, so I went in there and I got warmed up. We do have it heated, and once we came in and talked to Corky while she ate some lunch, and then I went back out and I guess I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Hey, my sister Kathy's on here. Hey, I saw you today driving down 68. I was coming down Clark Road. Benjamin Stockton. Hi, Andy. Really enjoyed your last 3 videos. Appreciate them. Thank you very much. It's sunny and 40 out there in Ed Goslin's place. So, Dave, where are you? Are you in the Twin Cities or where are you? Deer season opens Saturday. It opened already here. It opened last weekend here for Bo. Might have been 2 weeks ago. Miriam Bertram, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Let's see. Dave Campbell, 40 miles north of the cities. Okay. I was up through there 06, maybe 07, somewhere. Only time I've ever been in that area. I was actually coming down from the UP. We came down that way. So appreciate that a lot, Miriam. Thank you. MSL logging, calling for snow Friday. Yeah, you know, guys, I'm just not ready for this. You know, back in the day, I loved snow. I liked to push snow. Did that for a long time. Heck, I even sold snow plows for a while. But I like the snow back in, and I tell you what, I challenge people: if you have animals, you probably don't like the winter that much. But appreciate that, Ed. I did see it go up. Everything in a, let's see, I'd rather be hunting. Hi, Andy. How's everything in Ohio as far as harvest? Harvest is coming along pretty well. I haven't been a long ways away from here, but I know it's going pretty well. I know people are wrapping up around here now, around my area. North of me, there was a lot of ground that didn't get planted. And south of me, down around Brian's farming videos down in that area, he has had some pretty good yields down there, I've heard. So see, William, I think you have more baby goats this season. We are breeding as we speak right now, William. So it's probably going to be, when it's supposed to be April. I think around April is when we're going to start having babies again. Corn farmer Matt's got 200 acres of soy still out in the field. Well, you know, I worked for a farmer back in '96, and we had 600 acres of beans out. It's at Christmas time, and then it was beginning of February when we finally got those finished. That made me learn I want to plant an earlier season bean, and I want to get those finished. But there's a lot of beans out, guys. Talked to some people out through the Midwest, and they've got beans. I know guys up in the north. I don't know what you call it, Minnesota, and those areas up there around Millennial. I know there's still got a bunch of stuff out there. And they keep getting hit with snow and such like that, and mud. So Dave, the older I get, the less I like snow and winter. Well, I still like to see it, but I don't like to have to go out and work in it too much. I don't mind a couple snows. I don't like the cold, the wind, and when it gets cold down, 15, don't dig that too much. Scott Canavan, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's from the Adirondacks. Let's see, burning dinosaurs. There's beans in mud holes still left around central Iowa. Yeah. There's some around here too, but most of the guys have gotten in and gotten this. Actually, we had great weather for harvest this year. We had real nice weather. It was hot lots of times, but we needed that heat just to finish the crops off and dry them out some, because they were when we finished up, we needed another week at 90 degrees, because when we finished up, we were shelling 28 moisture corn, and wasn't real happy about that, but I am happy because it's not in the field anymore. We took advantage of the nice weather that we did have. We got that finished. So, Andy, can you read my messages? Yes, I can, John. I did see you when you got on here. Joe Southern, hey. Yeah, we did, Dave. Dave, he just said we got more of our share of water. We did. In a lot of those fields that were planted at that time, they all ended up being really pretty decent. Field of my dad's, a lot of gravel right there in that field. It was off a little bit. It was off quite a bit, really. We were down quite a bit on stuff, but like I said, we were happy. But we had a lot of weather and had a lot of water. But no, harvest was excellent this year. Beans were cut in timely. I think we got rained out twice, but it was small rains. It wasn't big rains. What else we got on here? We got all kinds of stuff on here. Becky Goslin, tell Corky I said hi. Becky says hi, honey.
Hi, Becky.
She said hi. Black Smoke, hello from Columbia City, New York. Love the videos and your devotion. Thanks for sharing, Andy. Thank you very much, Black Smoke. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Chevy powered Fox 555. I'm an amputee myself. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Chevy. I appreciate that. Nathan Harold, tell your wife I said hi as well. Nathan said hi, honey.
Hi, Nathan.
She said hi. Did you hear that, Nathan? She's hiding over in the corner. Yield is terrible in Michigan. On corn and beans, or both, or what? Is it because it was cold or wet or dry or what? What was the deal, corn farmer? Will you be demoing any equipment in the near future? I don't know for sure. I'm kind of looking for a tractor right now. And I don't know for sure what we're going to get yet or what I want yet, but we're kind of looking for a 250 horsepower tractor, somewhere around in there. So might something like that, but it ain't going to be a new one. Both wet and drought all summer, corn farmer says. Well, that's kind of the way it was here. And I was afraid that it was going to get wet where we had that 28 moisture corn was down there where I got to put that new main across the field. And I was afraid that could get wet, but we've had 3-4 inches since we got finished harvesting now. 3 inches. rain since we have been finished harvesting, and it's still not hateful out there. I'm actually wanting to run the ripper a little bit and do some ends. We're actually waiting on some fertilizer to get spread before we do that, but wanting to run the ripper over some ends. I don't think we packed them too much because the ground was so hard this year, but we're wanting to run the ripper a little bit. So we are taking the rain really well and the wetness. So Nathan Harold, how are the goats doing? The goats are doing great. The goats are doing well. Actually have a buck in with some of them right now. See, bend over. Gonna get some snow up in eastern Ontario tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. General vlog video. Any large deer taken out of your area with the rut this year? Kylie's boyfriend Cannon got a little doe. Got a little doe a couple days ago, and we have seen some big ones out there, but I haven't actually seen any that have been killed yet. There's a lot of them around here. I should have videoed some of the areas in our cornfields where the deer destroyed them. Scottinger, we got 50 acres of beans yet. They're in Decatur. Okay. Simon, I'd like to have one of those 250Rs, but I'm actually thinking it's probably going to be a 8430 or 8530 or something. Probably going to be almost just like the tractor we have, only a little bit more horsepower. I can't afford the new big ones yet, but they sure are nice. Boy, I tell you what, when I was at the Farm Science Review and all that, sitting in those nice John Deere tractors, boy, I really liked them. So, Plum Lucky. Hi, Andy. How you doing, Plum? Have you videoed your Oliver collection yet? No, Johnny, we haven't. That is going to be coming up here. We just kind of been busy doing other things yet. Got started on this garage out here, and we kind of wanted to get that going. New is nice. You're exactly right, Dave, and you are correct on the payments. Very correct on that. Simon, you can buy me one too. If you're going to buy Ed one, I want one. Just get two. Get one for me and one for Ed, and we'll be good. I think I want the 84, the new 4Rs or whatever the new one is with the tracks all the way around it. I'm just kidding. I don't want tracks. Let's see. Hello, Ted. I did see the Olivers at the Farm Science Review. Walked around and looked at them. They had a 66 there, standard like mine, and they had a couple high crops there that I really enjoyed looking at. And yes, enjoyed looking at all those. And I talked to a couple different people that were there that had some tractors there. It was really nice looking at those. There were some really nice ones there. Actually, I looked at all the antiques that were there. And Davis King, do you have a welder? Yes, I do, Davis. Shane, making fun of me for not wearing a hat. Oh, I look like my dad, huh? That's cool. I'm glad that I look like him rather than some other people. But How you doing, Shane? Thanks for getting on there and commenting. Corn farmers wanting everyone to hit the thumbs up. Dave, you going to get you an Oliver 66? That would be cool. They're nice, smaller tractors just to have around. They don't take up a whole lot of room. It's one good thing about them. I think we have 3 of them now. We got one that my grandpa bought when it was 2 years old, and then got one that my dad bought here several years ago out of a barn. He bought several other tractors, and then see, then I have my standard 66 then. How you doing, One Row Farms? Good evening to you. See, bend over. Do you prefer wheels instead of tracks on tractors? For us, yes. We don't have enough farm ground to justify the extra cost in the tracks. Heck, it's hard enough just to justify the tractor. Toy Farmer 70, I would buy that Oliver 66 diesel. Sure, you don't want to sell it. Hi, Andy and family from Big John and Little Jalen, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. He loves your videos. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Jalen. Glad that you like to watch. I'm going to keep right on and making them. Simon's been driving a 210R. What'd you think of that IBT transmission, Simon? I've heard a lot of guys that get those. They say they'll never go to the other ones again. 1800 Oliver corn farmer has. I like them. Never had an 1800. We have 1650, and to this day, still my favorite tractor on the farm. Hello, Miles. Buckeye Farm Boy. Hello from Peebles, Ohio. How you doing? Hi, Papa. How you doing? I'm doing great tonight. Ray Miller. Hi, Andy. Enjoy your channel. Keep them coming. God bless you all. Thank you very much, Ray. I appreciate that. I don't know, Dave. Don't let that thing get away from you. Get a tractor. It's been in the family. It's good to keep something like that around, even if you got to build a little building to keep it in. Myron Parks. I have a Farm All A call division. Dad has a B and a B. He's got a Farm All B. It came when he bought that 66 out of a barn. You're right, Burning Dinosaurs. 1650 is hard to beat. Ours is actually a gas engine. And when I grew up, we had dairy cows. We hauled manure at that thing. It didn't matter how cold it was, the thing started. So. Thanks, Papa. Glad to be on here finally. Like I say, last week we had trouble, and like I say, it said I needed to download something, and it never happened. So then finally I figured out that after it was too late, and I started it twice, figured out that I could still do it the old-fashioned way, just like we're doing it right now. So we are going to run new internet into my garage out there, and working with the Eating Silver 25. Did you ever have arms, my friend? No, sir. Or yes, sir, I did. I had arms till I was 2.5 years old, and I lost them in a farm accident. Check out my video the day it happened, and that'll explain all that. Is this your regular day from now on? Well, it could be. No, I got all kinds of stuff to do, Dave. Say working in the garage there, getting things done. Next Wednesday, I'm actually going to Mount Hope, taking a load of goats up there to the stockyard up there. Seem to be selling pretty well up there, so we're going to run some up there. We're going to get this shop finished. We're going to do some work. You can see in here, back here, we've taken the carpet out of the house. Corky took the carpet out one day, and we're going to do some work on the inside of our house. So we're going to do some of that stuff. So pulled out the carpet, and we got wood floors under it. So we're going to work on these wood floors and get those looking decent. So got plenty of stuff to do. I do not plant cover crops. I thought about some on some of our prevent plant ground, but we never did. Nathan Harold, Andy, can you drive a manual semi? Yes, I can, but it is illegal for me to do it. Indiana Matt, when they put his hand on, did they use his hand or did they use a cadaver hand? Be interesting to see that, or hear how he's done. Got along with that. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do need to get together and talk. Appreciate it, Dave. Thank you. Cadaver hand. Okay. You know, they're coming a long way with stuff like that. Hands, arms below the elbows, and such like that. I always said that if they could put a real arm on me, that's what I would do. So. Michael Elkins, love hardwoods in a house when they are finished correctly. They look great. You know, these are going to look pretty good too. They were terribly dirty underneath the carpet. The carpet, we redid the house in 84. And the carpets have been in here since then. And when we took them out, there was a lot of dirt and such under them. So Corky has actually washed these floors and scrubbed these floors and scraped these floors. And they're actually turning out pretty good. She's got this floor here in this room that we're sitting in right now down to where it's getting close to being ready to sand. Josh C., do you support Trump? Sure do. I sure do. Yeah, Indiana, that's what you got to do. But if he's got that hand and he's getting along well with it, that's awesome. Really awesome. Miles Brown, I have a wheel horse 1057 from 1951. That's pretty cool, man. Good. Maine farm, real wood floors are great. Yes, they are. We've always kind of wanted wood floors. We watch DIY and, of course, HG quite a bit, and that's a lot of stuff. They always have wood floors, peeling carpet back and working on the wood floors. What they don't show you is how much work it actually is to do it. They make it look really easy. Andy Gehring from Nebraska. How you doing, Andy? Thanks for getting on here and watching. Nathan Harold, if you could have prosthetic arms, would you have them? I'm not going to rule it out, but right now, no. I am not even looking for something like that. Hi from my combine in Lisbon, North Dakota. Love your videos. Keep them coming. Stay safe up there, Mike. I know you guys are against it up there right now, so stay safe up there. Good luck on the rest of your harvest. Got Bob Miller from Ohio is watching. Miles Brown. So what's been happening lately, Andy? Well, working on the garage out there, working on fertilizer stuff. Time to get fertilizer spread on the fields. Mowing, kind of all the above. Whatever comes our way, we're just taking it as it comes. Poetry on a Cracker. Howdy from Tulsa. Great videos. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Ed Gosden. If you farm, you should support Trump. Even though things are tough, they'd be a lot worse otherwise. You are correct. And we do have to have this. I'm not going to get into a bunch of politics on this channel, but we do need to have some of this trade war going on, because in the end, it is actually going to help us. And two, Trump has stepped up a little bit, helped the farmers out. He did kind of throw a dent in us a little bit on our soybeans, but he is helping us out on that. See, Maine farmer, are you 100% no-till? Yes, sir, we are. We've been no-till since 20 years anyway now. We will run a ripper every now and then, and we will work a little bit of bean stubble if we have to, if there's places. But other than that, we are 100% no-till. When I say rip, we'll rip the ends. We don't go out and rip whole fields or anything like that. And we use a straight ripper, which just leaves little slots in the ground, and it doesn't even tear up our organic stuff on top. JC Farms. Enjoy your channel. I'm 31 years old and in a wheelchair and farm as well. No YouTube videos from me, though. If you ever get to Iowa, give me a shout. Would love to meet up with you. I'd like that, JC. I'd really like that. All right, Indiana, I'll do that. Ronald Thurman on Google about his transplant. I will do that. Better write it down there. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. I guess I could go back and look. You guys haven't ever seen that before. I don't know if you get to see it this time either. No, barely. I wrote it. Maine farmer. Yes, we have. People come and they walk across our field. Eating Silver 25. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. We've had people come out and walk our fields and are very surprised in some of our tougher fields. The organic material that we have. The ground actually kind of looks hard in places, but when you break it, it's actually not hard at all. So we are getting along very well with no-till. Our yields are just average, just like everybody else's yields. This year, I think it helped us, and so we're going to keep right on doing the no-till thing. Farm Art. Nice to finally catch a live feed. Really enjoy your videos and enthusiasm. From Ontario, thanks. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And I do see when you comment on my stuff. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments, guys. Hey, we got Kylie on here now. She says, hi, Pops. Hi, honey. How are you, Kylie? You should be home painting. I don't know about that, Ed. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find it in Indiana. Appreciate it, man. Ray Miller. Mount Hope is only 7 miles from my house. Wish I could come look you up, but I'll be at work. Hope the goats sell well. Goats usually sell well when we take them up there. Sales Wednesday. If I do need to call up there, though, I think they already had their horse sale. So they should be just selling goats and everything else up there. Kylie, people are saying hi to you. I don't know if you saw that or not. Midwest Drones. Hello, Andy. Tim from Central Kansas. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Tim. Appreciate that a lot. Appreciate the help there, too. Andy, you run any livestock or plan to in the future? We just have the Boer goats. And Corky has a couple horses. So that's probably going to be about it. But I don't know. And we are slimming down on our goats also. Pat Smith, have you met Zach Johnson? No, ma'am, I haven't. I watch his videos, but no, I haven't met him in person. Craig Miller, is Kylie still at college? No, she's not. She did a year in Cincinnati and decided she didn't know what she wanted to be yet until she grows up. So she did a year and she's been home, and now she's actually helping me now. So we're going to see how that works out. Hopefully it's going to work out well because she can do anything that she wants. So Craig Miller, are you going to get a drone for Christmas? I already have one, Craig. Check out a couple of my last videos. Thank you, Shelby. Appreciate that. SS Boot, do you ride horse with your wife? No. Got on a horse out when we had the horses here still. I got on the horse, and Momo was the one I was going to get on, and he's really a pretty tall one. How tall is he? 17 hands. And we got these 3 little steps that you put down so people can get up on them. So got up on top the 3rd step there and went on up on over the whole. Tried a little too hard getting on them, really what I should say. And when I went over and got my leg over, I kicked him on his right side. I went on to his left side and I kicked him on his right side. And he thought that meant to go. And I was on him, and it kind of freaked me out. So I bailed off, and I got hurt. And I just haven't wanted to get on a horse since then. I have ridden before, but I don't ride horses. Now, I'm not going to say that I won't ever have a horse that'll pull a wagon or something like that. I wouldn't mind having a horse that pull a wagon, or a pair of mules or donkeys or something like that. Corky, she wants donkeys or something. And I kind of think they're kind of cool too. So. What's that? Yeah, our farrier, Clint, he doesn't like, what is it? He doesn't like donkeys or mules or what? Both of them? Donkeys, I think. He doesn't like donkeys, but I think that we could get him to make an exception, I think. He may say he doesn't want to, but let's see. Nathan Harold, Andy, would you even own any pigs? I used to raise some pigs out here. I got a little hog barn, and I'd get 40 or 50 in. I did that a couple different times in there and fattened some up, and decided pig farming wasn't for me either. That's kind of a funny story. The first time we had pigs in there, I had a buddy of mine come down because we're going to load them in the trailer. Guys, I came from a dairy farm, okay? So we backed the trailer up to the barn here, and I opened up the gate on the back of it. I think, heck, we'll just herd these things in there. It'll be fine. Well, that didn't work out very well. We found out very fast that that's not how you load hogs, but I'd never been around pigs before. So I did that one other time, and I had plenty of help when we loaded them, and we cleaned the barn out, and that's all we did. So, Miles Brown, I would like to get fainting goats. They are pretty cool, and it's amazing. Those fainting goats, see, they're actually a meat goat also, and once they get used to you and used to sound noises and such, they don't do that anymore. But what's neat about them is how wide their top is in them. When I say their top, I mean up over their back and such. And it's wide and it is hard. It's crazy how tight their muscle is, their loin muscles and such like that. Pretty cool. Poetry on a cracker. I let my hogs run wild all over the country. Yeah. Well, I had a couple that did that too. People drive by on the road, and you'd see them running one back in. He's out by the road. So. Charles Miller, how many acres do you farm, Andy? We farm 1,300 acres, Charles. Benjamin Stockton, Andy, what is your favorite home-cooked meal? I don't know. What's my favorite home-cooked meal? I'm not too hard to please, really. My wife says that I am. I actually am a very picky eater. But I don't know, steak. Yeah. If it's meat and potatoes, and when I say meat and potatoes, I'm going to just throw this out there. It's going to be beef and pork. Appreciate that a lot, Mike. Thank you very much. Mike wrote, keep up the videos. We appreciate extra work it takes to film and edit. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was on the tractor and off the tractor. I don't know how many times today moving cameras. Got Zane Wilkins on here, 99. How's it going, Andy? It's going real well, Zane. Maine farmer, what do you think of all this Roundup issues? Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Verdict's still out for me, as far as I'm concerned. We've handled hundreds, if not thousands, of gallons of that stuff. And fortunately, we are not sick. I actually know people that got sick on that, and they never messed with any of the Roundup or anything. So I don't know for sure on that. And I'm actually not going to worry about it too much because we still use it, and we're going to continue to use it. So. Nerd Garage. What? No, not a deer person. We will eat some goat every now and then too, but I like my goats enough that I don't want to butcher any of them. So I just sell them to other people. They can do with them what they want. Let's see. Sorry for coming twice. Was wondering if you could explain a little about what it would be like to be a farmer's assistant, as he is 9 and that's what he wants to do. A farmer's assistant. Basically, you need to do just about anything that the farmer tells you to do and not whine about it and cry about it. And if something's hard to do, you suck it up and you do it anyway. You figure out ways to do it. Usually the farm hand gets the jobs that the farmer doesn't want to do. And it's a very good life. And you learn how to work, and you learn how to turn wrenches, and you learn how to take care of animals, and you learn how to take care of the land. So that's kind of what a farmer does. We'll take, for instance, cleaning out the barnyard with cleaning the manure out of the barnyard. The farmer gets to drive the tractor with the loader on it or the skid loader, and the farm hand runs the pitchfork and cleans out the corners. So that's what the farm hands do. Like I said, though, it's a good life, and if you get with the right farmer, you'll learn a lot, and it's stuff that you'll use all of your life. Making fun of me, Scruffy? But you're right, because like I said, meat and potatoes, as long as it's beef and pork, I'll eat it. So. I agree, Ed. Agree 100%. Dan Lowry, I'm late to the party. Yeah, man, 51 minutes late. 259 people on and 261 people. And only 202 likes. Won't see any dislikes yet, though, so maybe you can't even do that on here. I don't know. Appreciate that, Trent. Thank you. We just got to do what we got to do, and that's how we do things. So. I'm really glad to see everybody talking to each other. I really like seeing that. Stevie, how's it going, old buddy? You know, one of these days I am going to get back down there and see you guys. I don't know for sure when it's going to be, but good to see you on here, Steve. Get all healed up from your mishap. Hope so. Sucks you wrecked the truck, but it happens. I'm just glad you were able to walk away from it, old buddy. Good to see you on here. Main farmer, is it just corn and beans in your area or any specialty crops grown? Basically, right now it's corn and beans. People are dabbling with barley here, and a little bit of wheat's grown. If livestock people have wheat, but we haven't grown wheat since '88, I think. Steve Bellows, wet here now. It's all good. Yeah, we're taking the rain. It's the ground's soaking it right up, Steve. So I got a little bit of work to do, and it's supposed to rain tonight, and then switch to snow. So, Steve, at least the log yard looks like it's getting full. So maybe Wade will be happy about that. Bill, I'll take venison any day of the week. Elk or moose are up there too. I have had elk once, and it was wild elk. Went to Steamboat, Colorado with a buddy of mine, Shane. He was actually on here a little bit ago, and the person that we stayed with out there, he would go out pack hunting, and he brought elk home. And it's the only time I've ever had elk, and it's the only time I've ever had rabbit. I guess I eat rabbit out there. Steve, the crops did all right. I'm going to say that we're happy with them. We're not pleased, but we're happy. From as wet as it was to as dry as it was, we're happy, I guess. I think my corn averaged 159, and my beans averaged 51. That's my farm. That does not count my dad's. Dad's is going to be up there probably another 15 or 20 bushel better than that, maybe, because they had several fields that did over 200, a couple of fields that did 200. So they're going to be better than what I am. Dale Wallace, have you seen any snow yet this year? Yes, it snowed 4 or 5 days ago, wasn't it? Snowed 4 or 5 days ago, and We didn't have a lot on the ground, but there was, in some places there was snow. Excuse me. There's some places there was snow, but when I looked out the window one time, it looked like a blizzard, and that was the 31st. That was Halloween. Thanks, Klaus Craft. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you liking my stuff. All right, man. Catch Transman. I'll definitely try to keep the videos coming, man. Appreciate you getting on here. Appreciate it. How did your corn average down from Shoemaker's Hog Barn? The bottom field there averaged 191. So I was happy with that. It averaged 191. The top 35 acres there, that was corn after corn, it averaged 173. And the field here at my house, big field, was 159 or 8 or something like that. Barger's was 148. So kind of all over the board here. Just depends on how much gravel you had. Going hunting in Nebraska, Steve? That's pretty cool, man. A mule deer tag. It's taking me to Nebraska for a week. That's pretty cool, Steve. You guys go over and check out Steve Bellow's page too. I've seen Steve on Logger Wade for a long time and actually met him here about a month ago when I was down there. And he's got a YouTube page also. Been watching it about ever since then. So go check out Steve. He's got a lot of, like Dirt Perfect said, he's got a lot of behind the scenes stuff of what Logger Wade does. So really interesting to watching his stuff. Virginia beef. Hey, Andy from Virginia. Thanks for getting on, Virginia. Appreciate that. Randy Kildale. Okay, this year is one of those years. Yes. I also feel for him because I've been there. Like I say, in '96, I was working for a farmer, and we still had 600 and some acres to cut around Christmas time of beans, and it was February before we got them finished. We walked away. We went away from the beans. I got to looking back. We went away from the beans. There were 16 moisture, so we didn't cut them. And then it started raining, then it snowed, and then it was even worse than that. And then let's see. They ended up being around 20 or 22 or something when we ended up cutting them, and we had to dry them and all that. So, well, Steve, you need to get back into the tube a little bit. Put some stuff out there. People do want to see you. You're getting up there in subscribers now, so you need to put some on there. Some more on there, that 3-wheeler. You still got that 3-wheeler? I want to ride that thing. I do want to ride that thing. A guy just said, hoping here in Ohio next spring the rain isn't as heavy. Got washed out. Yeah, we did too. We got washed out also. I knew what was going to happen. And most of the other farmers around here did too. And it's happened before. You turn off wet like that, and then all of a sudden the water turns off, and then you don't get anything. We were very fortunate when we got stuff planted. For as wet as it was when we planted, we were very fortunate that we kept getting rains and got stuff growing. The neighbor over here, in fact, they were just spraying over here. I kind of made fun of them a little bit because they went out and they planted early April, and it was wet, it was cold, and it just was not very good planting conditions. And they ended up having some of the nicest crops around here. So I had to eat my words on that one. And when I'm wrong, I can usually say that I'm wrong, unless I don't want to be wrong. But in that case, I was wrong. So. Chase Sheldon, keep the videos coming. I will, Chase. Thank you. Thank you for watching. That's the way we are too, Poetry. See, it quit raining, I want to say beginning of July, maybe. End of June, beginning of July. And as wet as we planted stuff, well, we're happy for what we got. I can't talk about it anymore. So thanks for stopping by, Tim. Appreciate it. Got Andy on there, farming, fixing, and fabricating. Andrew Horrigan. Hey guys, go check his channel out. Dairy farmer up there in New York. Farming, fixing, and fabricating. How's the harvest coming there, Andy? I haven't seen any of your videos lately. So how's things coming up there? And you know, also, Andy, I talked to some of your neighbors at the Half Century Progress show. So it's getting to be a small world around here. So. Ed Height. Hey Andy, I enjoy watching your videos. Thanks for staring. Still a lot of corn around here. Yeah. It's winding down pretty well here. So still some in places, but it's winding down. Andy, farming, fixing, and fabricating. We got about 30 acres of silage left and a whole lot of grain corn to do along with beans. Yeah. So how late are you, Andy? I mean, is your corn still green, or have you did it get frosted off, or how far along is your corn? Got Alan Perkins from South Vienna and in Georgia now. Thanks for stopping by, Alan. Got Aaron Wilkins. Hello, Andy. Love your videos. Thank you. Charles Miller, we had a hard time with conditions also this spring, wet and cold. One thing is for sure, cutting hay and baling were key with rain in the forecast. I just heard a guy that was cutting hay the other day. Zane Wilkins, 99. Yes, there is another Wilkins on here. I'm pretty sure his name's Zane also. Because I get you mixed up with Zane, and I know you're Zane. I can't remember where you said you were. Farming, fixing, silage was brown as hell. Usually we're done mid-October with silage. I figured that's the way it was. Is the corn getting dry then, Andy? Got William on here. Hard frost coming this weekend. Yeah, we had one. Yes, we had 26. I had 26 this morning. So got Ed Gaz on everything here. Was Ed? What is your wheat yields out there? Ed's out. If you guys don't know for sure, Ed's out in Oregon. Got Jake. Hi from Florida. How you doing, Jake? Thanks for getting on here. Thanks for watching. Is that what you do with all your corn, Andy? You put it in a silo or in a bunker or some high moisture? Okay. My gosh, Ed. I think if I was you may as well just put all wheat out. That's way better than what we get around here. Yeah, last time we had wheat, I think we had in 40 or 50 bushel range around here. But that was Ben run wheat too. Oh well. 83 degrees in Central Florida. Boy, I tell you what, that really sounds pretty good. I don't know if I could move to Florida, but I wouldn't mind being south a little ways. SS Boot, North Dakota, and cutting beans on top of frozen mud the last couple of days. Ooh, was up to 15 degrees today. Feel bad for you guys, man. You guys be careful out there pushing like you are, man. That's when accidents happen, so be careful. Not going to be as easy for you to do as it was for me. Got Brian from Michigan. Like this channel. Thanks a lot, Brian. I appreciate that. How's the cows doing, Andy? They're doing pretty well for you? Still want to get out there and tour your whole farm you got. Hopefully maybe next summer be able to do something like that. I still want to drive the chopper too one of these days. Good. Glad they are. Glad they are. I forget we're down to 9 or 10 dairies, I think, in our county now. It used to be a lot. Every road had dairies on it. We're winding down around here. But oh well. All right, guys. I'm going to turn it off for the night. Tired. And I'm going to go sit down on the couch with Corky. And we may even watch a YouTube video. So, appreciate you guys getting on here. Appreciate the support everybody's given me. I'm going to show this thing again right here in case some of the people that were on here didn't get to see it. This, if I don't drop it, this thing's heavy. All right. It's just because of the camera. But SOT Metalworks, guys, made this sign for me. And it's going to get hung in my new building that we're working on right now. And it's going to go in there with a couple other things that people have sent. But I just wanted to show this again because the guy went out of his way to make this for me. And I just want to say how much I really appreciate it. So check out Junior on SOT Metalworks on YouTube and go to SOTmetalworks.com. And he's got his shooting targets on there and such like that. So put that down. And I will be getting a video made of that stuff also. Appreciate everybody, like I said, for getting on here and watching. And I'll turn it off now. You guys have a good night.